everyone. So in this occasion, our group, we will talk about financial ratio analysis of PT Mayora Indah Tbk and PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. So, next. So before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce our member of the group. There are me, RAYSHA DEVITA SARI, and then Salsabilla NOVIANA Putri, YUNIAR Laura, ALMIRA SHADA, and LEROY. Next. For this section will be explained by my partner.
Okay, so the first session that we have in this presentation is about PT Mayora Indah Tbk. So PT Mayora Indah Tbk was established in 1977 with its first factory located in Tangerang and target market in Jakarta in the surrounding areas in Indonesia. Once being able to cater for the Indonesian market the company conducted initial public offering and was listed as a public company in 1990 to get a wider market of ASEAN consumers. Further, the company extended its market share to ASEAN countries, and today the company's products have spread across 5 continents in the world. PT Mayora Indah Tbk operates in the manufacture of food, candies, and biscuits processing industry, producing more than 100 products and over 25 branded varieties of biscuits, candies, wafer, chocolate, and jelly products. Mayora Indah Tbk factories are located in Tangerang, Banten, and Bekasi, West Java in Indonesia, and manufacturing operation consists of 6 principal divisions. The first one is water division, biscuit division, candy division, coffee division, health food division, and chocolate division. And as one of the fast-moving consumer goods companies, PT Mayora Indah Tbk has proved to be one of the manufacturers of high-quality food and has garnered a considerable number of awards, including the top 5 best managed companies in Indonesia from Asia Money, and then top 100 exporter companies in Indonesia from SWA Magazine, and then top 100 public listed companies from Investor Indonesia Magazine, and then the best manufacturer of halal products from Majelis Ulama Indonesia, and then best listed company from Berita Satu, and many more. And then for the business activity in PT Mayora Indah Tbk is primarily engaged in the production and distribution of diverse range of consumer goods, including biscuits, candies, instant coffee, chocolates, milk products, cereal drinks, snack foods, and more. They operate in the food and beverage sector and have a strong presence both in Indonesia and internationally. So next is about the competitors of PT Mayora Indah Tbk. The first one is PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk. So PT Indofood is one of the Indonesia's largest food companies and competes with Mayora in segments such as instant noodle, snack, and dairy products. The next one is PT Nestle Indonesia. So Nestle is a major player in the global food and beverage industry in Indonesia, and they compete with Mayora in various product categories, including coffee, dairy, and confectionery. And then the next is Mondelez International. And Mondelez Indonesia is a global food conglomerate that produces snacks, confectionery, and beverage products. They compete with Mayora in the biscuit and chocolate segments. And then the fourth is PT Danone Indonesia. So Danone is known for its dairy products and healthy food offerings. They are a competitor in the dairy segment.
Okay, next we move to the SWOT analysis of Mayora's company. The first one is I wanna explain to you the strength of Mayora's company. So the first one is development of the technology used. So the most recent technology of PT Mayora incorporates technological advancements into its manufacturing process, such as one of the European biscuit packaging machines held by Mayora's company, which is reported to be the largest packaging machine in the world. And This equipment employs robot technology and can transport 1,000 of biscuits to the packing area in under an hour. Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Singapore, Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, Australia, African, America, and Italy all have a robust and broad distribution network. And next, since 1990, Mayora company has been a publicly traded firm and increasing profit value, revenue, profit, and capital structure continuously. And then the last one is, Mayora is a rapidly growing corporation, and the last one is rapidly becoming an Asian fast enterprise, and Mayora products are currently sold in over 52 countries throughout the world, including the United States, Australia, the Netherlands, Germany, Japan, Iran, Italy, England, Spain, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Portugal, and others. Okay, next. So we move to the weaknesses of Mayora's company. So the first one is there is a lack of web promotion. So Mayora's company introduced its product through a variety of media, including news, events, films, and commercials, in order to broaden the market. And the second one is there are still raw resources imported from other countries, and this is done to overcome the negative image that has already been associated with Indonesian products in order for them to compete in the worldwide market. And the last one is expensive advertising. Next. Okay, next we move to the opportunities of Mayora's company. The first one is there are also domestic and foreign markets that have yet to be explored. And then the second one is developing new invention using advanced technology. And the third one is instant style of life. And the last is custom. Next. Okay, next we move to the third of Mayora's company. The first one is new entrance pose a threat, and the second one is similar product. Substitute items include jelly drinks, bread, milk, and quick noodles. And the third one is Danone companies, and then Arnold Indonesia companies, and then General Food Industry, and then Biscuit Crown Monde company are competitors with extensive expertise in the food, confectionery, and biscuit industry. And the last one is the rupiah exchange rate compared to foreign currency fluctuated, which might affect the cost of imported raw commodities.
And now we're coming to the PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk or Limited. So I will tell you about the historical things about Unilever itself. So PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk is one of the largest and oldest consumer goods company or in Indonesia or FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods. It has a rich history dating back to 1929 when it was first established in UK or British. And then Unilever Indonesia itself established on 5th December of 1933, and then Unilever Indonesia always accompanies Indonesians in their daily lives through products such as Pepsodent, Lux, Lifebuoy, Dove, Sunsilk, Clear, Rexona, Vaseline, Rinso, Molto, Sunlight, Walls, Royco, Bango, and many more. Then Unilever Indonesia shares were first offered to the public in 1981, and have been listed on Indonesia Stock Exchange or IDX since 11 January 1982. And now Unilever Indonesia is currently headquartered in Tangerang, West Java, Indonesia. And it has more than 40 brands and 9 factories located in the industrial areas of Jababeka, Cikarang, Rungkut, and Surabaya. And then the Unilever Indonesia Tbk itself faced competition in various segments of the consumer goods industry in Indonesia. And these are its competitors when it comes to the consumer goods sector industry in Indonesia. There is Procter & Gamble Indonesia, which is consumer goods company headquartered in Ohio, Cincinnati, United States. And then Nestle Indonesia, which is basically based in Geneva, Switzerland in Europe. And then there's L'Oreal Indonesia, which is originated from L'Oreal France in Paris, and then a lot of local brands in Indonesia as well.
So we come to the strength of PT Unilever Indonesia. The first one is PT Unilever is aggressively pursuing social mission in order to preserve customer proximity. This is evidenced by advertising and promotional spending, which has fueled sales growth in a competitive market. According to the marketing magazine Top Brand Survey Special Edition 2007, PT Unilever Indonesia is the one of the firm with the highest advertising budget. The second one is Indonesia Customer Product Market Leader. The third one is they have a good planning and tight communication. They having a team of devoted, skilled, and driven individual at levels. And the last one is PT Unilever Indonesia already had its own distribution network. Okay, next slide, please. So this are the weakness of PT Unilever Indonesia. The first one is PT Unilever Indonesia has a metric structure which presents various obstacles for the corporation. The first of which is difficulty of coordinating activities among departments, is which it had its own agenda and timeline. The second one is contact with employees who might be receiving various messages. The third one is conflict resolution between support department activities such as HR, finance, etc., and product line departments, which are typically very commercial focused. The next one is certain products have received little commercial responses. And the next one is slow internal decision-making consolidation. And also the third one is certain products have unclear halal certificate. Also, the majority of Unilever products have a low barrier to entry. The last one is the rate of increase in sales turnover is lower than the industry average. Okay, next slide, please. So this is the opportunities of PT Unilever Indonesia. The first one is the economic stability is quite good, within 6.3% growth for Indonesian economy. Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua have experienced rapid economic growth. The second one is strong reliance on consumer good product. The third one is high level of consumer certification. The outstanding predicate on the customer certification index demonstrate the high level of customer certification. The third one is recommendation for investing in stock with the battles less than 1. The fifth one is competitors who don't yet have an effective market. And the last one is a high and consistent level of public trust in consumer good product. So this is the threat of PT Unilever Indonesia. The first one is increasingly expensive raw materials prices. Raw materials and packaging materials such as palm oil, coconut sugar, petroleum-based material are becoming more expensive as the price of oil, chemicals, and other commodity rises. The second one is the rupiah exchange rate against the international currencies is fluctuate. The last one is customer purchasing power is dwindling. Okay, next slide, please. So, in this topic will be explained by RAYSHA.
All right, so for cross-sectional analysis, it's basically a comparison between two of this company. There are Unilever, Unilever Indonesia Tbk, and PT Mayora Indah Tbk. And for this analysis, we use the ratio of 2022. So for the liquidity ratio, for PT Mayora Indah Tbk, the current ratio is 2.62 and PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk is 0.608. PT Mayora and for the quick ratio, PT Mayora Indah Tbk is 1.93 and PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk is 0.397. So PT Mayora Indah Tbk exhibit stronger liquidity compared with the PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. PT Mayora Indah Tbk for the quick ratio also show that the PT Mayora Indah Tbk has higher number than PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. This indicates that PT Mayora Indah Tbk has a better ability to meet its short-term obligation using its current asset. Next. For the asset management ratio, the inventory turnover of PT Mayora Indah Tbk is 6.17 and for PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk is 8.44. PT Mayora Indah Tbk has a lower inventory turnover compared with the PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. For the total asset turnover, PT Mayora Indah Tbk is 1.37 and PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk is 2.25. For the total asset turnover, PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk has stronger figure compared with the PT Mayora Indah Tbk. For the average collection period, PT Mayora Indah Tbk is 77.23 and PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk is 34.75. PT Unilever has a better average collection period compared with the PT Mayora Indah Tbk. Next. Okay, it will be presented by my partner.
Okay, so as you guys can see at the slide, well, PT Mayora Indah has a lower gross profit margin of 0.22 compared to PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. This indicates that PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk had more efficient in generating profit from its production and sales. And for the operating profit margin, PT Mayora Indah has a lower operating profit margin of 0.08 compared to PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk 0.197. And for the net profit margin, PT Mayora Indah Tbk net profit margin of 5.2 is significantly higher than PT Unilever Indonesia 0.131, suggesting that PT Mayora Indah Tbk has more effective in managing its overall expenses and generating profit. And the next is ROA, return on asset. PT Mayora Indah ROA of 7.2 is also significantly higher than PT Unilever Indonesia, suggesting that PT Mayora Indah is more effective in managing its asset to generate profit. And for the last one is ROA, return on equity. PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk exhibits stronger ROA compared to the Mayora Indah within 1.229 for Unilever and 0.125 for Mayora Indah. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the leverage ratio. PT Mayora Indah has a lower debt ratio of 0.424, has a lower debt ratio compared to the PT Unilever Indonesia 0.782. And for the time interest earned, PT Mayora Indah has a lower time interest earned of 6.251 compared to the PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk 58.1. This is indicate that PT Mayora Indah Tbk relies less on debt financing, but potentially reducing its financial risk. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so for the next slide will be explained by Leroy.
Okay, now we come to the time series analysis. So we're gonna comparing ratios based on timeline, or we're gonna compare one ratio, previous ratio until the current ratio. So we're comparing it time to time. For the Mayora group, they record two liquidity ratio. There are two liquidity ratio, which are current ratio and quick ratio. So basically, the liquidity ratio is a ratio of financial used to determine a company's ability to pay its short-term debt obligations. So this metric helps determine if a company can use its current or liquid assets to cover its current liabilities. And for the year of 2021, the current ratio of PT Mayora Indah Tbk is 2.33, which is quite good actually. And then for the 2022, they record better amount of percentage, which is 2.62. And then for the quick ratio, they record 1.78 for the 2021. And for the 2022, they record a better amount of percentage as well, which is 1.93. Next. So we have asset management ratio here for the PT Mayora Indah Tbk. Then I will elaborate more about asset management ratios. So asset management ratios is actually also known as efficiency of or turnover ratios, are a set of financial metrics used to gauge a company's ability to generate revenue from its asset. So it basically measure how their assets can generate revenue from it for its business. So these ratios are quite vital actually. These metrics used by managers, analysts, and investors to understand how effectively a company is using its assets to produce income or revenue. For the PT Mayora Indah Tbk asset management ratio, there are three asset management ratio that we measure for the Mayora group. There are inventory turnover, total assets turnover, and then average collection period. For the inventory turnover, for 2021, they record a quite amount of percentage, which is 6.91 and 6.17 for 2022. And then for the total assets turnover, 2021 is 1.40, and then 2022 1.37. And for the average collection period, they record 77 days, 0.33 for the 2021, and then for the 2022, they record 77 days, 0.23, which is better from the previous year.
Next, I will explain the profitability ratio of Mayora's company. So the first one is gross profit margin.
gross profit margin is obtained from the calculation of gross profit divided by sales. So based on our calculation, the gross profit margin for Mayora's company in 2022 is 0.22, while in 2021 is 0.25. So the gross profit margin value in 2022 and the 21 is equally low because it is less than 75%. And then the operating margin is obtained from the calculation of operating profit divided by sales, and then in calculation for 2022 is 0.08, and then for 2021 is 0.06. So the operating profit margin value in 2022 is better because it shows a higher figure. And then the net profit margin is obtained from the calculation of net profit divided by sales, and our calculation for 2022 is 5.2, and then for 2021 is 0.026. And the net profit margin value in 2022 is better because it shows a higher figure also. So next, return on asset is obtained from the calculation of net profit divided by total asset. So our calculation for 2022 is 7.2, and for 2021 is 0.036. So the ROA value in 2022 is considered good because it is above 5%, while in 2021 it will still be low because it is less than 5%. And then next, return on equity is obtained from the calculation of net profit divided by equity. So our calculation for 2022 is 0.125, and then for 2021 is 0.064. So the ROE value in 2022 is better because it shows a higher figure also. Okay, next. Okay, next, the leverage ratio of Mayora's company. The first one is debt ratio. Debt ratio is obtained from the calculation of total liabilities divided by total assets. So our calculation in 2022 is 0.424, and for 2021 is 0.429. So the value of inventory turnover in 2021 and 2022 is equally good because it has the same value. And then the last one is time interest earned is obtained from the calculation of operating profit, or EBIT, divided by interest. And then so our calculation for 2022 is 6.251, and for 2021 is 5.529. So the time interest earned value in 2022 is better because it shows a higher figure.
Okay, so we'll jump into the liquidity ratio of PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. For the current ratio, the 2021 is higher than 2022. For 2021 is 0.614, and for 2022 is 0.608. It exhibits a retrogression over that the 2021. For the quick ratio value in 2021 is higher than 2022. We can see here the value of 2021 is greater than 2022. For 2021 is 0.416 and for 2022 is 0.397. Next. For the asset management ratio of PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. For the inventory turnover at 2021 is 8.12 and 2022 is 8.44. The value of inventory turnover in 2021 and 2022 are equally good because it is still in the range of 5 until 10. For the total asset turnover, 2021 is 1.40 and 2022 is 2.25. The value of total asset turnover in 2022 is slightly higher than at 2021. It shows that total asset turnover in 2022 is better than 2021. For the average collection period, 2022 has a higher average collection period compared with 2022. 2021 is 41.69 and 2022 is 34.75. The value in 2022 is better than 2021 because it shows lower figure. Next. Okay, it was person by yeah.
Okay, the next one is for the profitability ratio in PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk. So in profitability ratio, we have 5 ratio. The first one is gross profit margin. In the gross profit margin in 2022 is 0.462, and then in 2021 is 0.496. And the gross profit margin value in 2022 and 2021 is actually is equally low because it is less than 75%. And then for the operating profit margin in 2022 is 0.197 and in 2021 is 0.221. The operating profit margin value in 2021 is better because it shows a higher figure. And then the next one is the net profit margin. In 2022 is 0.131, and then in 2021 is 0.146. For the net profit margin, value in 2021 is better because it shows a higher value. And then for return on asset, in 2022, it has 0.287, and in 2021, it has 0.291. The return on asset value in 2021 and 2022 is actually equally good because it has a value in above 5%. And then for the return on equity in 2021, 1.29, and in 2021 is 1.24. The return on equity value in 2022 is better because it shows a higher figure. And then in the next section, in this section we have leverage ratio, and it has 2 kinds of ratio. The first one is debt ratio and time interest earned. For the debt ratio in 2022, it has 0.782, and in 2021 we has PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk have 0.77. So the value of debt ratio in 2021 is better than in 2022 because in 2021 it shows a lower value. And then for the time interest earned in 2021 it has 58.10, and then in 2021 it have 62.94. The time interest earned value in 2021 is better because it shows a higher value. Okay, and then next for the conclusion, according to cross-section analysis and time series analysis, actually PT Mayora Indah Tbk outperforms than PT Unilever Tbk in ratio calculation findings. Even if PT Unilever Tbk has better number in particular ratios, PT Mayora Indah Tbk has a higher ratio value altogether. And then according to the estimated ratio, PT Mayora Indah Tbk has exceptional corporate performance.
Okay, so this is our recommendation for food, Mayora and Unilever company. So both Mayora and Unilever company has established a positive reputation among society, and these two corporations are prominent entities that are seeing significant expansions within the Indonesian market. And numerous investors have allocated funds to this two organizations due to their indisputable potential, and nevertheless, based on the ratio calculation and the analysis results obtained from the utilization of cross-section analysis and time series analysis, and it can be observed that Mayora's company exhibits greater value, and nevertheless, it should not be conclude that Unilever's company is an unworthy investment, as the company exhibits additional merits as evidenced by its non-financial reports. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening us.